Hello, 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 hello. So, I want to say hello to all my subscribers and all the new ones as well, and say welcome, 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 and thank you for listening to my channel. So, um, lately I've just been observing and looking and listening to what's been going on, and usually I'll just start talking to my husband, and that's where I'll get my idea to come on here and have a conversation. Because I wonder, do people think the same thing I'm thinking? And so I was sitting here thinking about, well, I was having a conversation with my husband, and I was thinking about Harry and how Dan Wooden was explaining, telling us today. He had a great segment. You got to watch it, it's really good. About how did Charles snob Harry by not going to visit him while he's in London. I never would have thought that was a topic or anything to discuss. I have to assume or believe that Harry has requested to see his dad, and his dad has told him, no, I don't have time for that. Or someone asked Charles, are you going to see your son while he's here? And he let him know that, no, I am busy. Hmm. You know, like, you guys hear me sometimes talk about my mom and be like, well, my mom would be like, why are you not here? And it is a snob. It's a snob. You can call it what you want. You can call it, I would call it, I am not concerned about you and Meghan and your shenanigans. As a matter of fact, I'm sick of you two, and you guys are not going to bully and mistreat and treat the family like your playground. Someone said that Harry was a traitor. He is. He is. He's a traitor. That he is. Now, lately I have been like, oh, this is all Meghan's fault. And it is. Because Harry wouldn't be doing the things that he's been doing. And people said that he had like a little smirky look on his face. He just looked like he was enjoying it a little bit too much. It just looked weird that he would be that happy about going to court. Unless he was thinking he was winning or something. I don't know. It was just a weird combination. And then it was almost like he was looking for someone in the crowd because he was not paying attention to where he was going. Because he did run into someone. He ran into like a camera, someone with a camera, and pretty much gave this person like a bear hug. I was like, is he on something? He just looked too goofy, too happy, and too excited to be somewhere that you really, court is not a fun place. Anyway, just a thought. But here's the thing. The whole talk around this is, at least that's what's going on in the United States, is that Harry's father didn't meet with him during this court situation. And maybe because he doesn't agree with what his son is doing. I mean, as far as trying to sue. If anyone, someone, his father should be suing him. Hey, Harry, I'm going to sue you for putting us all in the book. That spare debacle without getting our consent. Word on the street is that they're getting ready for more. They're getting ready to ram it up again or come back out with some more stuff. Like, I mean, how dare they? How dare they do that? Like, seriously, guys, do you honestly think that she would say anything in her book that would make her look? Her popularity is shot. She doesn't have a popularity anymore. Like, she's on the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to popularity. And I don't care what bubble you live in. I don't want my popularity to be the worst of all times, below everyone in the world. That says something about her. It says to me that people know that she is conniving and this sinister person to have her husband out there looking like a jack. ASS. You know? Harry looks like a jack. Because she should have been holding his hand like she does everything else. Where is Meghan? She's upset. I don't care where she is. But if she could get upset about them calling her straight out of Compton, and, you know, all this other little petty stuff that she was whining about these last... If she can do that, then you know she's at home. Harry, you did this and you put this in this book and I told you not to do it. And he probably looking at her like, don't you even. You the one got me here. Harry probably getting high so he don't have to deal with her. Shut that down. Help that out along the way. I don't know. But I do know it's not happy-go-lucky in Villa Land over there, in Montecito Land. No. Meghan is still pissed off because no word on the street that she's going to be on the balcony or not. Because if she were, or if she is, I think we would know. And maybe she's keeping Harry up at night about that. Harry, your daddy's not going to put me on the balcony. Harry, your daddy's not giving us the titles. Harry, when are we going to get this from your dad and that from your dad? Nothing's working. The blackmail. Harry walks up into court with this goofy grin on his face. And I'm just like, why is he grinning like he didn't stole something and then he got away with it? But did she not go to London because people don't like her there? I mean, listen, she puts him in these situations. Harry wasn't suing people before he met her. And are we suing the same? Is he said the Daily Mail? The same one that he went after to say that his wife had a miscarriage over? Now it's the Daily Mail's fault that Meghan had a miscarriage. Some people said she wasn't even pregnant. And I'm going to just believe it. I don't believe her. She's very hard to believe. She's very hard to... It's a hard time for her to be convincing me to believe anything that comes out of her mouth. That's why I just don't understand the memoir and the TIG and all this other extracurricular things that I guess hopefully they start making money from. They need something. They need more than just going after the royal family, because that is getting old and people are tired. And if they're not getting the memo, they should. They should. But let's get back to Harry's father not meeting with him. If I was Harry, I would have been expecting to see my father and my brother and whoever else I felt like I wanted to see while I was in town. Because I'm in town. You go when you visit your family when you're in town. That's what you do. That's like a normal thing. That's why I just couldn't understand why Harry had to get permission, an invitation to go to something that is a part of him. That's his family. That's your family. Your family is involved in something really big. So I would think you needed to be there and you wouldn't need an invitation. But here we go with the dad not seeing the son while the son is in town. How do we know that? Did Obi Scobie tell us that Charles didn't want to see Harry and he snobbed him? Harry, let me tell you something. Harry is learning fast from Meghan on how to do stuff and how to leak it and how to, if this is true, if Obi Scobie has told us that Harry's father didn't have time for him, then that's them speaking through the media and leaking things and saying things so that the royal family could look like they're the mean ones. But it all just turns around and points right back to these two. Are you deserving of a meeting with your father? Your father is busy. If you want to see him, you know where he lives. You know where the kingdom is. You know how them to get you to the house. I'm sure if you wanted to see your dad, you could. No one would stop you, Harry. So the mere fact that he was snobbed or he couldn't get there is a bunch of BS. Because what was Charles supposed to do? Meet him down at the courthouse? Something is wrong with Harry. Harry is not there. Harry is not in the land of us. And it's two reasons. One, I really know of. Meghan. And then maybe this underlying drug thingy. Because he looked too goofy. I'm like, dang, he awfully happy. But not even that. That's not even the worst part. The worst part is that his woman has got him into this entanglement that he can't get out of, and that he has joined forces. Like Dan Wooden said, who's advising these two? Who's telling these two that this is the best course for them? Their PR team needs to get fired because they're telling them the opposite of whatever they're supposed to be doing. And if they're not listening to you, PR team, then you need to quit because you don't want your name underlined in that. Because this isn't the road to recovery. This is the road, just it keeps plummeting for them. This isn't good. I'd rather have good publicity or none at all. Just forget it. Just forget it. I don't want two countries have me on the bottom of their D list. Maybe she's okay with that. But for Harry to think that everybody's supposed to stop what they're doing and come running to the courthouse to see him, I think that's just despicable. I think if he wanted to see his father or his brother or reconcile or do anything, he'd be ready to apologize and explain why he's doing this stupid stuff. But Harry's still on the road of destruction. He's not done. He's still got some more stuff. And according to Dan, that they have held back. According to Meghan and Harry, they haven't even said everything that they wanted to say. It's a lot more, as if there's going to be another bombshell. There was never any bombshell. She lied and said the family was racist and that she was suicidal. Two major things that were bombshelling during the interview. But after that, there hasn't been. It's just been petty, catty stuff from Meghan and Harry. The dog bowl and the dresses and the tiara and the Compton and just stupid stuff that you don't even want to repeat. But here we are. And so what more would they have to say that would equal up to something like, oh, because you've already done the worst by saying that the family was racist. I don't think you can get in anything but worse than that. What? They killed someone? Meghan was over there 15 minutes and she's got a whole dialogue. And one of my subscribers, several of you have told me that she found a diary over there in Frogmore Cottage where she was living for 2 minutes. Has she returned it? Someone said to read her I think not Vanity Fair, but it was the other one. I'm going to read it. I'm going to go back and I'm going to read it. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it was one of those articles that she wrote, that she found a diary. What are you doing with it? Put it back where it belongs. What did you do? Read it and now you got some secrets? This is what she tells us. Oh, I didn't sign an NDA, so I'm free to just say whatever I want to. And even if you were, why would you? Why would you be free, Meghan, to just say whatever you want to about your husband's family as if it was like something that you were supposed to be spilling about them. You don't want to talk about your family and your family. You pushed them to the curb. Quick. And according to Sue Smith, her friend Jessica, something happened with the Black Lives Matter thing. Meghan didn't stick by her friend. It's the same story. She left her out to dry. She's not her friend. Well, the father can't see the kids. So that's all I really had today. I just wanted to talk about Harry. I just wanted to talk about where Harry mine is. Because I can't help but to believe that his father is like, you're doing things to me that are just breaking my heart, son. At a time where I really need to be focused on something other than you and your spoiled brat wife that wants a spot on the balcony with a tiara. That, of course she wants a tiara because she mentions it in the spare book, how Harry got upset for Meghan because the lady that was over the tiaras was holding them hostage, according to Harry. She was protecting them. But Meghan wanted that tiara. She had to have that one. And I heard she's asking for the same one for the coronation. You know what? This is a soap opera. This is a soap opera, a real life soap opera of what's going on. So Harry would go back to the United States without speaking to his dad. And of course, it'll be all Charles' fault and the royals' fault because it already is their fault. Charles snobs him because he doesn't see his son. No, his son can see him. Harry don't want to go over there. It would be good to sneak over there so you can get like a little 101 before you get over there in May. If you go. They would be idiots if they didn't. Yes, it is hype around these two going. It is. And contrary to popular belief, I believe, or whatever I'm trying to say, is that most people want to see them there. And I don't not want them to see them there because I really feel that I don't even know what I feel anymore. I feel like these two these two idiots don't deserve to be over there. Don't deserve to have an invitation. This is my first time really actually saying it, that I don't believe that they deserved an invitation with the way that they've been acting and treating the royal family, especially Meghan. You get an invitation and then you start asking for things that you want the family to do for you when you get over there, as if they're waiting on your arrival. The Duchess of Sussex is coming to town and these are her requests. Who? The same woman that called these very people that she wants to roll out the red carpet for her racist. They were leaking stories. They made them run in the middle of the night. Tyler Perry and Oprah had to save them. The same family Meghan is demanding. This is the kicker, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Here's the kicker. Meghan has her own father, right? That was spotted in California. Don't know where he is now. But no word on, Meghan lets her father see the kids for the first time. Someone said this. No, she's waiting for the coordination so she can take, I don't think so. Meghan is going to be there. She would be an idiotic, stupid doofus if she didn't go. It just, how do you not go to the event of the century? The only reason you don't go is that you're not in the front and won't be seen. That's the only way she wouldn't go. And so far, she's trying to seal that before she gets there. Balcony, tiara, Archie's name. You know, she's trying to seal that before she gets there to make sure that she gets some airtime. Because the Jubilee, she just got a few snaps. And then she rose. I think that was the same time when she rolled the window down to let everybody know that she was there. She's just, oh God, makes me think she has a smaller mind than I thought. But she has her own father that she's not pestering. No, not anymore, because there's nothing he has to give to her that he could offer. What? On his balcony? A tiara on his balcony? Send his chauffeur to pick her up? What can her daddy offer her now? Nothing. So she has decided to boot him. Completely out of the kids' lives. And Harry's never met him. Harry would never be able to say anything about my dad because he doesn't know him. He's never met him. He doesn't know him. So why would Harry even fix his lips to say anything about anybody's dad? Because he never met him. That is just so nasty, Harry. That is so frowned upon. That you didn't even ask her dad. And I don't care what she said. Because whatever she told you about her dad, that you didn't meet him and ask for her hand. No, you had warning signs that this girl was crazy. He didn't need his security team to do a full investigation on who she marked this nutcase is. She let it shine before the wedding and really let loose after. Because as soon as she sealed the deal, she was done acting and she was done pretending to be William and Kate's friend and liking them all the time that she was dating Harry. Because that whole time they were so nice and kind to her and invited her in, according to the interview, the engagement interview. Then as soon as they tied the knot, not even as soon, during, when she knew it was happening, there she go, acting stupid, because that was the first time Kate saw her in action and probably just thought, that was just a one-off. Kate probably said maybe she was going through with her dad and, whatever the case may be. Kate allowed her to have it. That's why Kate went with her to the tennis match. All this was peace offering, letting her know whatever happened, it's over. But Meghan is still talking about it. I'm talking about it. Meghan's talking about it. All of that. I know this has something to do with Meghan's dad. I forgot what I was talking about. No, I was talking about how Kate, all of a sudden, William and Kate started being her enemy. No, her plan was starting to go into place so that she can get the hell out of there and go to Hollywood with those friends she invited to the wedding. But her father has never really been in the picture for a while they were dating. She kind of ghosted him then because she didn't want him to walk her down the aisle. That was never going to be an option. But it's just disgusting how she treats her own father and family. And she's going to treat Harry's family the same way. And then Harry jumps on board with her and helps her mistreat them. And then Charles is supposed to meet with you? No, if you want to see me, if he was coming to town, if Kira was coming to town, I would expect her, if she wanted to see me, to come to see me. That's how that goes. So all that snob and the royal family is innocent. in every dagger that Meghan and Harry bring at them, because they're silent. They want to handle family matters together within the family. Meghan and Harry don't want that. They want it broadcast. They want a reality show in Montecito. And they have it. And that's why it's so much hype around, are they going or not? Because of the drama that they have conjured up and have just decided that they were going to be rebels, like Meghan said, and be traitors and turn against both families and create a whole new fairy tale family with Oprah and Tyler and the rest of those people in Montecito that are their friends. That's what's up. And I'm going to end with this. After all that Harry and Meghan have done and continue to do, continue to attack the royal family through the media. Meghan was torn apart when they took Frogmore College. For what? You lived there at least, listen, 15 minutes. 15 minutes. She was in there 15 minutes. The renovations had just finished. They moved in and they got right back out of there. And she knew she was leaving while they were doing all that, spending all that money on her. She knew she was going to do the suicidal thing and da-da-da. Let me tell you something. Whatever they come out with, it will never be like this one. They never could give us receipts on the racism. And that's why Harry had to finally come out and say, no. And those were conversations before Archie even existed. You have two people that have decided to not just attack any family, but the family, with really bad, not so good accusations at all, but are planning to go visit, thinking about it, contemplating maybe of going to see their relatives, the one that they bashed and still are bashing, in May, to this big event that the world will be watching and is getting ready for. I am. And all eyes will be on these two people because of the things that they have done. And I'm gone. When we were at the funeral and looking at her get out that car and the way Kate and William was treating them, of the whole group, the walkabout, they call it the walkabout. It was odd. It was nice of William to do that. Very, very nice of him to do that. Meghan looked odd and guilty. Like, oops, I know I lied on you, Kate, but here we are. You could tell that she had said something that she shouldn't have said, and Kate gave her a look and said, you. And for the first time, I saw Kate actually mad, actually upset, disappointed, not happy at all. Listen, I'm on here too long. Thank you guys. Chit chat with you later. Bye-bye.